Hi, it's me, Egil Thorsson. We are moving a little bit in a different direction today, and I'm sure most of you have heard of Robin Hood and his merry men. And what I'm going to say is the tale of how Robin became Robin Hood. We live in Derbyshire, which is right slap bang next to Nottingham, just down the A52. And of course there is the famous or infamous Nottingham Castle. Doesn't look anything like, of course, it does in the films. It was rebuilt. And Sherwood Forest used to cover a vast area of the country. I'm not proposing to say that Robin Hood was Nottingham or Yorkshire or whatever. That's not my problem. But we do know that Robin Hood was the Earl of Locksley. Robin Hood was around the time of good King Richard I, who, as we know, went out to fight in the Crusades. And very successful he was too. Robin, as Earl of Locksley, went out with him to fight in Richard's army. Did okay, you know. Things began to fall apart. After the Battle of Hattin, things didn't really go well for the Crusaders. Various factions left, various factions stayed. Richard put a bit of backbone on what was left, but in the end, Saladin had sort of won. Meanwhile, on his way back, King Richard was captured and held to ransom. This we know is true. Robin of Locksley landed and of course went back to his estates, only to find that King John, Richard's brother, who was regent at the time, had taken all of his lands. England was not the merry place it is today. 1066, as we know, the Vikings were beaten at Stamford Bridge. Duke William of Normandy came and defeated Harold Godwinson. The rest of the say's history. Normans were not too happy with the English people, as King John, this is the 1200s, about 200 years after, would prove. Robin then was now an outlaw, and he fled to the safety of the forest. The forest hid a lot of people who were dispossessed. Game laws were horrendous. Carrying a bow and arrow, and mind firing one, you could have your hand chopped off. Killing the king's deer, well, that could get you hanged, or even your nose slit, or hand chopped off. Pretty tough times. And the Sheriff of Nottingham administered this, so Robin went deep into the forest. Now, Robin had ordinary dress on, he had his sword, and he also cut himself what's called a quarterstaff. Didn't mean it cost him a quarter, it meant it was a stout pole about yea and about as high, as tall as the man himself. Quite an effective weapon. So anyway, into the forest he went. And there he sat by a river, and he got some ale, so had a drink. And this giant of a man came up to him. He was huge, must have been 7 foot tall. Robin looked at him and thought, if I could form a group of outlaws, sensible men, strong men, we could fight the Normans and the Sheriff of Nottingham and give justice to those who haven't a voice. Now Robin wanted to cross the river, and there was a tree, and this giant of a man was on the other side. Robin, with his staff, got over. Hey, good fellow, move out of the way. And who you be talking to? You big tall man. Oh, we're a cocky little fellow, aren't we? Don't patronise me, I'm Robin, Earl of Locksley, and your superior. Oh, superior are you? Yes. Now, get off this tree. I want to cross over. You want to cross over? What's the matter with you? Are you simple? You have to repeat everything? Well now, little cock Robin, he said, I see you have before you a quarterstaff. Know ye how to use it? I know enough to bang some sense into you, you fool. Move out of the way. That I shall not. I'll tell you what. If we have a session with the quarterstaffs, who wins, make cross. Those who haven't, well, we'll deal with them, eh? How dare you speak to me like that? He got his staff. Come on then, let's lay on. And other people actually on the bank. There was a friar called Friar Tuck. There was Will Scafflock. I see Robin's bitten off more than he can chew, said the Friar Tuck. Ah, get he'll get him, said Will Scafflock. I'll tell you what, 2 silver pennies. Okay. This giant of a man known as John Little raised his staff. Oh, you got to do better than that, said Robin. And then he was being all, look at me, and he swept his staff and caught Robin in the ribs. Ah! And then banged him at the back of the head, not too hard, and he fell into the river. Well, little cock Robin, he said, going for a swim on this wonderful hot day? Brrr! The water made Robin see sense, and he stood up. What's your name, big man? John Little. Mine's Robin, Earl of Locksley, and extended his hand. Thank you for teaching me a valuable lesson. I am here to sort these bandits who call themselves Norman out. Are you with me? Of course I am, he said. I like a good fight, me and them. What about the fat priest and the one with the old red tights on? Oh, that's Friar Tuck and Will Scafflock. Call him Will Scarlet. And I'll call you Little John. Well done, little Robin Goodfellow. I'll join you. Now, what's your plan? Well, first of all, I've got to get dry. Then we'll have something to eat, and then we'll form a plan. We shall become legends. Well, I like that, said Little John. And I quite like the name. And those rogues over there. But he does stand out, so no problem. I will get some Lincoln green, and we shall blend with the forest. I could see you're a man with your head screwed on. Come on. And so it was. Robin Locksley became Robin in the Hood and met John Little, who became Little John. They became firm friends even till Robin's death, which is another story. I hope you've enjoyed the Robin Hood story, and if you like it, we can do a series of them. It makes a change, doesn't it? And I quite enjoy telling it. Yes, it's my interpretation. If there is an official one, who knows? But, as I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, let us know. If you haven't, let us know. And if you press #RobinHood, you'll get the story. Maybe you'd like to subscribe, press the bar and the bell, and leave us a comment. We are always interested in your comments. We cover them in live streams, which it's a lot of work, I'll be honest, but it's worth it because it makes us have contact with you. I mean, I and Bragi spend our time talking to a camera, which, you know, is fair enough. That's what we do. But it's nice to have the people who watch what we do and to comment on it and to have a bit of a laugh. It needn't be about archaeology, history, folk stories or whatever. It's like Robin Hood. We learned that because somebody asked, can you do Robin Hood stories? Yes, we can. As Bob the Builder, we can do that. But anyway, let us know, and we will do a live stream. Do we let them know via the subscriptions?
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I don't know if you caught that. And as I say, I hope you enjoyed it, and till we meet again, I'd like to say, stay safe and make the world a happy place. Bye.